in the great city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Top 20 Louisville will travel east to face the Pitt Panthers. The Cardinals looking to stop a recent slide.
The rock a little bit, OB. They got a pretty good population in the zoo right now, so this is a game where it can get exciting for the Panthers, especially if they're able to shoot the ball well early.
Bit of a flu bug. He flips that one up and it won't go. And Kenai Roots is not going to play tonight. There's McNeely on target as he will bury the first triple.
And that's the Panthers even more of an opportunity to get a big win here on their home floor.
Willie lets fly through with the rebound, a dribble down, goes to the other side of the iron, lays it in.
Nice job by Samano team.
Mentioned upsets today. How about Cal knocking off number 14 North Carolina? The pick and the lay-in by Hadley, and a very
can beat anybody anywhere, but win today over SMU.
Big win on the road in Dallas. McNeely turns to fire, got a good look, he buried that. So exactly what Rogers. Kobe Rogers, 6'3" senior, into the fray. Conwell in amongst the traffic, can't hit that. Around the horn for McNeely. Khalifa tempted to take a three. Shot clock to 9. McNeely gets another one as he buries a three. 16 of them from 3. So the book is very clear. Dunning chased into the corner, and Khalifa will commit the foul with the body.
Georgia Tech and hand them a loss earlier this week and picked up their first ACC win.
Minor will swing it. Cummings hits it, and finally Pitt is on the score.
For the Panthers, and here they are already having played 5 minutes of game action.
Good ball movement. Woolley is the open shooter, and nice touch there by the sophomore. 15-3. Louisville has made 6 of their first 10. McNeely red hot, got a great look, and he's going to draw 5 once. Got to get a shot in the air pretty quickly here. The kick into the corner, and Drusitis will knock that down from 3-point land.
And Drusitis with 16 on Wednesday night.
The transfer from Iowa State. Khalifa is open, got an excellent look, he buries that, and so far shot clock down to 8. He will drive it, it gets messy, out for Khalifa. Yes, against Duke, down the lane and flipped up by Cummings, can't get it to go. Conwell through down the lane, lays it in, a well-run break.
No, this is a lot.
About 26-7. Another turnover for Pitt. Khalifa will give it up. Here comes a long one for McNeely, and it's going to be tapped up and in by Fruit. He hit it. 28-7. It's about 3 minutes since the last field goal for Pitt. Meanwhile, the threes are raining. Javon Hadley,
the guy that leads the ACC, making 3.7 threes a game. He really hasn't been able to get going.
Slam dunk, but you're going to wave that off. The foul came before that. 9-13. Pitt, by the way, over 4.5 minutes without a field goal. Through handing off, Rogers lets fly, and why not?
Not chasing guys. Kobe Rogers, who hasn't shot the basketball very well during ACC play, is able to get the 3 to go.
The biggest lead tonight, 34-8. Conwell coming in averaging about 20 points per game. Inside for 2, so they're doing it outside and inside.
They have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line, only 40% to add insult to injury.
Javon Hadley, here's Khalifa straight on, got it. Boy, he's just deadly out there. But look at it though. Minor lost it, got it back in the corner, and finally they get some points on a field goal seal.
All competition leading up to this national championship game, and you know I got to go with the U. It's the ACC squad.
Cialeppa lets fly and buries a 3.
Back would have cut the lead to 25, and so a little bit of momentum now on the favor.
Conwell will answer with a triple of his own.
And that momentum just,
which for a long time was one of the really tough places to come and win in the glory days of the Big East. Minor heaved that upward 3.5.
And again, that's saying a lot when you got Chucky Hepburn going on to be first team all ACC.
That's right. Cummings lets fly, no. Zergris yanking down the rebounds. He gets knocked line so far here in the first half with 3:19 to go. On the back door, going up for the dunk, and the slam by Dunning Jr. A rare highlight for
every possession. The likelihood of coming back in this game isn't high. Doesn't mean that it can't happen, but one thing you got to do is find a way to stop the Cards. They have not followed that scouting report.
Minor into the corner. On the drive, the bank shot up and in by Conwell.
For them throughout this game.
Zergeris with the kick. Conwell trying to penetrate and gets two more. Louisville gets over 50. 51 and not done with the first half yet as Corin slams it down. It feel like it never ended for the Pitt Panthers as Louisville got off to a terrific start, 13-0, off to the races since then, and a quick strike by Hadley.
But transition layup for Hadley. Hadley was surprised that he caught the basketball. He thought it was to one of his teammates before it hit him in the chest.
Slithering inside to run away with this thing. Conwell trying to feed downstairs, going to be picked off. The heave here is going to be way center. There's some boos in the building at various times aimed at the Pitt Panthers. Ryan Conwell. Conwell will drive the baseline and scoop up.
It was simply about let's get better. Let's see if we can work on some things to help us moving forward in the season. The likelihood of coming back, and Jeff Capel's not going to tell this team that they can't come back, because now that in college basketball and honestly college football as well, the older you are, normally the better you're going to be. This is a Panthers team that 5 of their top 8 rotation players is kind of going up against a team that is built with veterans. I mean, Michael Brown, the only true freshman getting minutes for the Cards, and he's out. So they've got a bunch of 4th and 5th year guys. Shooting was down in ACC play. They wanted to see if they could find a way to keep that going. But that has not been the case. The Panthers are already up to the first time we've really seen any resistance at all at the rim. So a positive sign for the Panthers as Dunning Jr. is able to come up with the block shot.
Miner jumping in the lane, a tough shot. In State. Khalifa. Hadley leaning in and knocks down 2.
See Aleppo, but Hadley's still able to get a bucket.
He's having a good game too at 11.6 rebounds. Miner's open for a triple and knocks it down.
And Conwell to transfer to Pittsburgh twice. Once when he left Indiana State, and then last year when he was leaving Xavier, he tried to get him as Pitt's able to, after the first round win and stuff like that, just seeing the nostalgia of who they were and getting those guys back involved in the program.
Remembering indeed how good they were. Turnover.
He hasn't taken a 3 in the second half. And again, when you got it going like this, as he lines one up after the whistle and knock it down, you got to stay aggressive. And I know that's one of the things that Peck and Half wants to make sure their guys play just as aggressively in the second portion as they did in the first.
Minor with a pass off the fingertips and out.
At College of Charleston, but made the trip to Louisville with his former coach and has really been a leader in the locker room as Cameron.
For the Pitt Panthers, over the shoulder here for Corin. Had a great look, but it won't fall for him, and a whistle. And this foul will go against Pitt.
Jalen Lowe at the point guard position. Of course, you had a number of veterans up front. Guillermo Diaz, Graham on the interior. Now to Pitt's budget, they can't go get the high-level transfers like a McNeely, like a Conwell, which Louisville can go get as they're able to get the easy bucket. Diaz-Graham twins have transferred, one to Oregon State, one to San Francisco. So that class that you helped develop from 2 seasons ago, they're all gone.
Frew flying down. Frew with 8 points. He's perfect from the field.
And Obi, if it's about trading baskets, that's better than what we saw in the first half. And so again, at least Pitt scoring at least gives Jeff Capel something to build on.
Dunning with the strike on the other end. Javon Hadley. Hadley zips for Conwell, and Drake in half. He's really exploded here. Shot clock down to 8. That's going to be out of play and back over to the Cardinals. Baseline Rogers. Here's Frew putting it to the deck. Getting closer to the 10. Can't lay it in. Corin up against Frew. Idrusitis. Yes, a 3-pointer on target.
And as a scorer, we talked earlier about the fact that the first 3 games in ACC action, he did not score, but had tied his career high with 16. He was more active in shoot around, getting in the drills, going up and down. So it seems to be he's getting closer. Not sure when there will be a return, but we do believe that he is getting.
Off for Conwell. Under 10 minutes to play here at the Peterson Event Center. Khalifa with a miss. Swinging it for Conwell. He'll lift the 3 off the front of the iron. And they'll get McNeely for the foul with 7:23 to play.
At the same time, you can't allow a good team like the Cardinals, you can't spot them 10 points on the, regardless of whether you're at home or not. Attention, can you retain guys? Because when the portal happens, there's not much you can do to stop it.
McNeely gets a look off the back of the iron. One and done there for the Ville. Shooting the lights out from three-point territory. And they've had a great night from distance and continue as Conwell has just been brilliant in the
say, hey, you're gonna make shots like that, so be it. But they did a great job defensively by Conwell forcing the tough shot.
Conwell to bounce. Zugris underneath on continuation. Woolley won't fire it. Downstairs for Hadley. He's in the double team. Feed for Woolley. Shot clock winding down, and at the buzzer it's up. Tall freshman getting some minutes here in the second half. Jeff Capel looking for some guys. Hadley leaning into traffic, banks it in. It's 72-68.
Yeah, especially considering Boobie Miller is back on the floor for SMU.
Over the top, and it really wasn't that dramatic in the end. Just kind of trickled in.
Frew could have allowed that one to go and let Cummings get an easy layup, but he does no such thing.
Boy, that's an almost impossible angle for Hadley, who thought he was fouled on the play.
And so be it, but if you get the bucket, that's most important.
So the Ville with their largest lead tonight. Minor with the kick, and in traffic laid in.
Desperation, and again, when the shots go down, that makes it all the more better.
Zugris, nice feed, and Frew will dunk this one.
So how about the biggest lineup? The Khalifa's not on the.
Andrewsitis swatted away by Frew, and a whistle as Louisville makes a run at 100 points. Or a freshman from Michigan on the spin move. Well short here by on this Saturday night, where Louisville just took off in the opening minutes and just destroyed the Pitt Panthers. There's a foul on the drive. Stop. Rogers swings it. Case and Pryor from the corner, no. And an over the back foul with 2.5 to go here. Was in the midst of the UCLA cheerleaders. They were surrounding him. They were posing for a picture, and he was just having the time of his life. And one of the
on the Mount Rushmore of coaches, he and Coach K,
yes,
I believe, are the two mainstays with everyone.
Yep. Hard to beat what Coach K did, of course.
We can learn from this to get better. And at this point, the way this game has gone, I mean, you know, one thing you can absolutely look at is the Cards get to
in ACC play. Shot clock down to 4. Sherman heaving one up there is partially blocked by Witherspoon, and he will step in, can't lay it in. So that'll be your final score tonight. Louisville sailing to the victory. They blow out Pitt here at the Pete, 100-59.
Well, they're core guys, but this is just what the doctor ordered for the Cards. The Panthers got to go back to the drawing board, pay a little more attention to detail to the scouting report.
McNeely got them started, and they never stopped. They win it 100-59. For Corey Alexander, I'm Dave O'Brien. Good night from Pittsburgh. Now it's on to the Australian Open.